Hi guys, my name's Alana. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mental Health with Alana. If you're new here, please press the red subscribe button. Please give this video a thumbs up and press the bell notification so you're notified every time I post a video. If you'd like to follow my Instagram, I'll put it up here on the screen. This is my mental health account. If you'd like to follow my business Instagram where I sell sensory boxes for mental health, I'll put it up here. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a different type of video. It's not mental health related, but I'm going to be talking about some things that you should consider before getting tattoos. So this is just going to be based off my experience. Let's move this out of the way. This is just going to be based off my experience and what I've learned over the time of getting tattoos. I have quite a lot of tattoos. I do have a tattoo tour on my channel if you're interested in looking at them in more detail. And then I've got this over here. And then I got my knees done as well, and my thigh. So I've got quite a few tattoos. And I've also got this one here, and I'm probably going to be getting a couple more. Not now, because I don't have the money. But something that you should really consider when getting tattoos is deciding, number one, what type of style do you like? So there's a lot of different styles that you can pick from. And if you go on Pinterest or on like Google Images and you type in like fine line tattoos or traditional tattoos, it will come up with two very different things. So when you're getting a tattoo, you need to think about what type of type you want, because there's so many different types of tattoos, there's so many different styles. And you may have something in your head that you think you want, and then you tell the tattoo artist, and they may be like, I don't actually do this style. Because tattoo artists normally, not all of them, because my tattoo artist is very, very versatile. She does a large variety of different styles, and she's so talented at it. But she typically does more like traditional style things and like mandala artwork, but yet she's done literally like this. She's done the hearts, she's done the rose, she's done this like girl, she's done this cat that I've got, the moon and planet, literally she's done so many. But she normally does like other styles, not really this type of like, I wouldn't call this fine line, but it's definitely more like line work tattoos. So basically what I'm saying is, number one is look into what style of tattoo you like, because if you want to get, which I'm going to touch on this in a minute, but if you want to get more tattoos and you want them to look cohesive, you need to kind of have a bit of an idea of what style you like or what general direction you're going to go in when deciding on whether you want to get the tattoo and like what tattoo you want. Number two is obviously you need to think about what you want to get. Now, it doesn't have to have meaning. I get pretty annoyed when people are like, it has to have meaning, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't have to have meaning. If you really like a tattoo for just the sake of thinking it's pretty or it's cool, then you can get it. Like, there should be no stipulations around whether or not it has a meaning or whether you've just got it for fun or because you like it. Some of my tattoos, a lot of them don't have meanings, and they are just there because I like them and I thought they were really beautiful, and so I got them. But yeah, you want to think about what you want to get, like what type of tattoo you want. Another thing you want to think about is, are you going to be getting a sleeve? So are you going to be getting a lot of tattoos? Are you just going to get a couple? Do you want a whole lot? Like, do you want a whole sleeve on your arm? Do you want a half sleeve? Do you want a leg, like your whole leg done? Because if you're going to go for a sleeve option, which is what I've done with this arm, although there is this little bit of space here, but I'm not really sure what to do with that, so I've just left it. But, it's pretty covered. I mean, under here isn't covered because I'm too scared to go get it done because it kills there. Hurts really bad. This hurts so bad. But yeah, you want to think about that because it will impact your ability to kind of like space things. So what I did was when I got this arm done, so I knew I wanted a whole sleeve, right? So I was like, okay, my end result is going to be that I want to end up with a full sleeve. I didn't know what I wanted to get, but I knew I didn't want color. So you need to think about, do you want color? Do you want black and white? Or do you want a mixture of both, which you can do? I mean, I do have color here, but that's the only color on this arm. And I mainly have just like black and gray, like type thing. But I thought about, okay, I want an arm sleeve, so that means I need to think about the positioning of the tattoos. So I didn't just go and get tattoos all in random spots. I tried to think, I mean, to my best of my ability, you can't plan this perfectly, it won't work. But, think about like where you want to put things. So for instance, this, I put it here. I didn't put it up here because I knew that like I had gotten these two and I wanted to put stuff around there. And so when I got this, I was like, well, this is like a perfect spot for it because it covers this area really well. So when you get tattoos, you can kind of pick things that will kind of blend with the body part, and some things will look better in certain body parts, like on certain body parts, than others, if that makes sense. Sorry if this is a bit of an all over the place video. My head is just not with it today. But I really want to make this video, so yeah, hopefully I'm making sense and you get what I mean. So yeah, think about positioning, think about placement. Like, do you want to put this tattoo in a really visible area? Do you want it in an area that can be covered up? Do you have a job where, I mean, most jobs nowadays are fine with tattoos, but do you have a job where it's going to significantly cause problems or impact your ability to work because of the tattoo? Do you want to have it in spots that are maybe less visible so only you can see them? Do you want them to be really visible to everyone else? Like, for instance, mine are all here, like I have it on my thigh and I always wear shorts. And, I've got knee tattoos which stand out quite a lot. So I am like happy with how mine stand out and like a bold and a statement. But you may want something that's more like tiny little like fine line type thing, which is totally fine. So that's something else to consider. Then the biggest thing, apart from like picking like what type of style you want and like the positioning, I would say the biggest thing is finding a tattoo artist that is good. So you want to make sure that you found a tattoo artist that does your style, like I said, someone who's confident in doing tattoos, has been working in the industry for a while, and somebody who you've looked at their work prior and you feel like they'd be a good fit for your tattoo. And you want to do a bit of research on this person, make sure that they work at a reputable studio, because tattoos are like basically creating a wound, open wound. So you do have to be careful because you can get bloodborne like diseases and like things like that. And like if it's not cleansed, like if the hygiene of the place isn't kept up to the right standards for the industry, you can end up in trouble with infections with your tattoos and things like that can actually be quite serious. This doesn't happen often, but like there are some cases where this has happened to people. So I would always say like make sure you really like look at the artist and like decide whether you want to go with them. The way that I kind of did it is I have an artist locally who I go to all the time who does majority of my tattoos. The only place that I went that was completely different was this tattoo here and this tattoo here. I went to the Gold Coast specifically for this certain tattoo artist that I'd seen online. I wish I could remember her name, her Instagram name, but I just don't. I probably follow her on my old like other Instagram account, so I'm not sure what her name was. But I followed her for ages and I decided that I wanted to go to the Gold Coast, fly there, and go specifically to get these tattoos. It was in Helensvale in the Gold Coast. I think it was called, what's the tattoo studio name? It's going out of my head. If I think of it, I'll put it on the screen. But basically, it was in Helensvale. I know that. It was right near all the theme parks in the Gold Coast, like Movie World and like all that. And I went there with my parents because I was only like, I think 19 at the time. So my parents came with me and I went and I spent the whole day getting these 2 tattoos done. She did take a long time to do the tattoos. Now with all the tattoos that I've got, like I know that people can be so much quicker. For some reason, she took like literally all day. It didn't help that she kept taking breaks. She wasn't a bad artist. She did an amazing job and she was lovely, but she did take a really, really long time, which it was kind of like longer than you would expect just for these 2. And she just kept taking a lot of breaks, which when I get tattoos, I like to sit there. I have maybe like 1 break, like to go to the toilet. That's it. Like I don't like breaks. I like you to just keep going because I'm in the zone. I'm, you know, I don't know. I'm dealing like the pain, like the adrenaline is kicked in for the pain, and I just want you to hurry up and just keep going until I'm finished. Like, yeah, that's how I am. But some people do like lots of breaks and stuff like that. That's fine. But yeah, the point is like find a tattoo artist who you like, who you're comfortable with, who does the style you like, who is, works at a good studio. My tattoo artist has been really, really good. I think I've only ever had maybe 2 other artists who've done stuff with mine, and they weren't as good as the tattoo artist I have now. So she is just really, really good, like top notch. Her name's Emily. So yeah, love her. She's amazing. She's probably not going to see this video, but I literally, when people say like, oh my gosh, like where'd you get your tattoos done? I'm just like, I just plug her because I'm like, she's so good. She's amazing. She's basically my age and we have great chats the whole time. It's super relaxed, very chill. I'm a very pretty laid back person as well. So like it's it's actually quite fun. It's enjoyable in a way because you get to have a nice chat. You're getting something that you really like and like something that I've really thought about. And then the last thing is obviously make sure, I shouldn't have to say this, but make sure you think about it before you go get a tattoo. Like for instance, maybe don't wake up one morning and go, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get this tattoo done in that same day, like in a walk-in studio. Walk-in studios aren't very common anymore. It's normally you have to book. They've kind of phased that out, which is a good idea because I think it's kind of got to the point where people were just impulsively getting tattoos all the time, and then people will be upset later because they didn't really think about it. And I'm not saying look, I've had ideas where I've got an idea for a tattoo, I've thought about it for like a week, and then I'd be like, yep, I definitely want this. But it was a week. I wouldn't suggest coming up with it one day and then going, okay, I'm gonna go get that like tomorrow. Maybe have a think about it, sleep on it, I'll sleep on it a little bit more. Think about stuff and make sure that you're getting something that you really like and that's good quality, because this is going to be on your skin forever. And with me, I want to make sure that the tattoo looks good and it's how I like it and it is to my own standard. So yeah, that's what I do when I look for tattoo artists and stuff like that. So there's probably a lot more things that you could take into consideration when you're getting a tattoo, but those are some of the main points that I wanted to make. If you want me to make more tattoo related videos, I could do a video on aftercare. So yeah, I can totally do that, but thank you guys so much for watching. If you got tattoos, then hopefully you will have thought about these things already, but this is for anyone who's maybe new to getting tattooed, and especially if you want to be more heavily tattooed, or get like a full sleeve, things like that, then maybe these things will come into play when you think about doing that. So thank you for watching my video, and I will hopefully see you in my next one.